Hello and welcome back to the Busybug Homestead. So today I'm going to be doing my tomato seeds. Now we've done a lot of seeds already up to this point, and I will have a playlist at the end of this video for all of the seed starting that we've done so far if you're interested in following along. But today I'm going to be starting my tomato seeds, and I already did one singular tomato seed in my single seed challenge. That one I have no idea what that tomato is going to become, and I am very excited to find out. But today I am going to be starting some other tomatoes that I have had planned for preserving and getting us through winter and making sauces and stuff. So the varieties I have chose for my tomatoes this year, I have the Martino's Roma tomato. I chose this one because it was apparently a really good paste tomato and everything that I read. So this is going to be one of the ones I plant heavier because I'm going to want this for preserving sauces for the fall and winter. I also, literally just because they were pretty, picked up a packet of the Sunrise Bumblebee tomato and the Blue Cream Berry tomato. Now these are supposed to be a sweeter tomato, so I'm pretty excited to try cooking with these because I like to have like that little pop of sweet in my more spicier pasta sauces. And I just thought this would be kind of fun to throw into pasta dishes. So I'm pretty excited for these two. I have never grown any of these varieties before. The only tomatoes I grew last year were starts that I picked up at the garden center already. They were the Proven Winners tomatoes, the Garden Gem and the Garden Treasure. I grew those last year and I was pulling tomatoes forever. Like until the actual frost came, I was picking tomatoes off of there. So I am hoping I have as decent success with these, mostly with the Roma, because I do want to do a lot of preserving of sauces this year. But I'm excited to try all three. So let's get started with putting these seeds in some soil. All right, now for my tomatoes, I am actually going to utilize these tiny little cups like I did with the single seed challenge, only because I had the bright idea to try a different type of seed starting setup. And I bought these on Amazon. I'll link them down below. When I bought them, they sounded like a great idea, but now I'm not really sure why I did that, because to water, I have to remove every single one of these into a different tray for watering. But I have them, I'm gonna use them, so let's just go straight into it. This soil is the same soil I have been using throughout. It is those blocks of, I believe it's mostly made up of coconut coir. I'll put a little insert of the blocks that I'm talking about that I've put the insert in other videos, but I just pre-moistened it with boiling water to make sure everything in it, anything that could have been living in it, is dead, so I don't have any fungus gnats or anything. And then I filled these little cups. So the first one I'm going to get started with, I think I'm going to go with our Roma. And I want more of the Roma than everything else because, like I said, I want to preserve with it. So I think what I am going to do is do 3 rows of our Roma. And this whole tray might not end up tomatoes because that's a lot of tomatoes. But I think I'll do the 3 rows of the Roma just so I have extra for sauce making. So they want to be in about 1/8 of an inch. That's barely even tapping the soil. I probably will still end up picking up some of the Garden Treasure tomatoes again, because they were just a really good tomato. I did not, is that the bigger one? I like the smaller one. Is that the Garden Gem, maybe? The smaller of the two from Proven Winners. I ended up getting them last year at Lowe's for $1. I think it was $1, $1.50. They came in and then they all went clearance for some reason. So I probably, if they do that again, I'll probably pick up a couple because they did grow really well. I did not care much for the bigger one because I'm not a tomato eater. Like I don't just look for a tomato to eat. I do like to be able to process it, and it had a lot of acidity to it. So it really wasn't to my taste. But those little ones, I really like the little ones. I think they're the Gem. So I'll be looking for those again this year. All right, as for my other 2, I think 10 is going to be a lot. Maybe I'll just do 1 row of each of my other 2, and then I'll use the other half of this tray for something else. Mostly my thought process on this is that I have never had either of these before, and I have to put a lot of time and effort into growing them. So if I don't like them, I kind of feel like a waste of soil and everything. So I think planning to go less would be better because we're not big tomato eaters. Plus tomato plants tend to get really big really fast. I am really hoping we get a good germination on these though, because they are very pretty. All right, so the last one we're gonna do in this tray is going to be our blue cream berries. It says it has a delicate, complex flavor, so I'm pretty excited to try cooking with this one. All right, and then the rest of these seeds I will just keep for next year. These are good and I like them. All right, so I'm gonna wait to water this tray in because I am going to put another plant over here, some sort. I haven't decided yet, but I'm sure this tray is going to make an appearance in the next video I do because I do have some flower seeds to start and they would go really well in this tray. So we will water this tray in once I have the rest of it filled. That'll be happening in another video coming up very soon. All right, so those are the tomato varieties that I have chosen for this year. I actually have one more tomato variety that wasn't in this video, but it said not to start it until 6 weeks until last frost, which we are at 10. So that will be coming up later. There's one more tomato variety, but so far we have 3 that I know of and 1 that I have no idea what it's gonna end up because it's our single seed for the single seed challenge. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if you are interested in seeing how I take the seed, get it to plant it out, harvest it, and then cook with it, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because all those videos will be coming up very soon. And I would love to have you back to show you how I utilize all this produce that I'm going to be creating. So thank you so much for joining me and we will see you next time. Bye.